Hello, Staten Island, and welcome to another edition of Together SI. This is a program where we will highlight someone from the small business community on Staten Island. My name is Todd Bavona, reporting for the Staten Island Advance, and today we are joined by Mike Gigliotti from Intoxx Fitness. Mike, how are you?
Doing well, thank you.
Excellent. So let's hear a little bit about how Intoxx has been adjusting during these times. Obviously, gyms have been closed for quite some time now. Mike, what's been going on?
We've had a company come in, Purity Solutions, and disinfect the club as well. I still have my maintenance crew there, getting the club ready to go and reopen when need be. But at the moment, we're basically on hold and we haven't been able to do anything at all.
So you're waiting and ready, but you guys, all your clubs are ready to go once you get the green light. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, it's allowing us to do some back end stuff that we weren't able to do because maybe the club was too busy. But now we are taking advantage of this time as best as we can.
And that's been a main theme here on Together SI, Mike, is what can businesses do in this time when they're not able to conduct business as normal, right? Speaking of your members, you have waived the fees for all your members, I believe, if I'm correct. Is that right, Mike?
To say something was waived isn't necessarily accurate. But also no one was charged as well. So it's just basically everything is frozen till we have an exact timeline of when we're going to reopen.
What about trying to navigate all the different business loans?
I'm sure I'm not the only one to say that it's been quite difficult. We don't, on our end, we haven't had really any specific answers. I'm luckily enough, two of my members of the club were able to assist us on some back end stuff and channel us through some of the loans that are out there and some of the information that's out there. But at the same time, there's only so much they can do, and their hands are tied as well because the government necessarily isn't releasing any answers or giving you concrete solutions. They're basically saying apply and then you wait. We've applied to every possible small business loan available and program available, but we really haven't heard back from much just yet. They actually released today that everything has been put on pause, and if you missed the deadline for application, you're definitely not getting funded unless more money is released. But we were one of the first to apply, and we've been on top of this since day one because we were also one of the first to close. So we've been very proactive in terms of doing everything we can to help us, but we haven't had an answer. So we're hoping that if enough people see this and the community gets involved, that the restaurants, the gyms, the hair salons, any type of business that, I mean, pretty much everyone, right, is closed, that community leaders, politicians, whatever it may be, they do their part to make sure that Staten Island gets what's needed, because I don't know what's going to happen to some businesses, let alone mine. I mean, there's no definitive answer at this point. And if and when we do reopen, it's going to be a very uphill battle if we don't get any help at all. So we're hoping for the best.
Hoping for the best, so staying positive. Mike, thanks so much for joining us. Really appreciate the time.
Thank you.
All right, and that about wraps it up for this episode of Together SI, where we're placing the spotlight on various members of the small business community here on Staten Island. My name is Todd Bavona, reporting for the Staten Island Advance. Thanks so much for joining us, and we will catch you next time.